The happiness you're running after isn't sitting somewhere ahead of you. It was in every moment. You kept postponing and calling later. And one day, you realized that later never actually came. My name is Hassan, and I am 76 years old. If you give me a few minutes of your attention, I will try to give you something that took me nearly my entire life to understand. I am not here to impress you, teach you, or pretend I have everything figured out. I am here because I wasted many years chasing the wrong things, and maybe my honesty can save you some time. I spent 48 years running. I ran after money, promotions, respect, and security. I believed that once I reached a certain point, life would finally feel right. I kept telling myself, just a little more, then I will slow down. But the finish line never stayed still. Every time I got close, it moved further away. I grew up poor, not starving, but poor enough that nothing came easily. My father worked in a factory his entire life. He came home exhausted, hands rough and damaged, eyes tired. People looked through him like he did not matter. I watched that as a child, and something settled deep inside me. I decided I would never live like that. I would become someone people respected. So I worked relentlessly. School, work, overtime, weekends, late nights. I sacrificed rest, relationships, and presence. I told myself it was temporary. I believed success would fix everything. By my mid-40s, I had a senior position, authority, and a respected name. People listened when I spoke. Yet at night, when the noise stopped, I felt strangely hollow. I assumed the problem was that I had not climbed high enough. So I kept running. While I was running, life was quietly passing me by. I was physically present at home, but mentally I lived somewhere else. My wife noticed before I did. She told me many times that I was distant, distracted, unavailable. I always answered the same way. I said I was doing everything for my family. I believed providing financially was the same as being present emotionally. My children grew up without me truly knowing them. I missed birthdays, school events, and everyday moments that never return. I thought money would compensate for absence. I was wrong. Money cannot replace attention, warmth, or listening. It cannot sit beside someone when they feel small or afraid. When I was 50, my wife finally said something that stayed with me. She told me she did not need more things. She needed me. She needed my eyes, my time, my presence. I did not understand her then. I thought love was measured by effort and sacrifice, not by stillness and attention. That same year, I received the corner office. Glass walls, city views, power. I sat alone, looking out, expecting pride or joy to arrive. Instead, I felt tired. Not physically, but deeply, quietly tired. The achievement felt empty, and fear quickly replaced it. Fear of losing status, fear of falling behind, fear of what came next. I had reached what I thought was the top, only to discover there was nothing waiting for me there. I retired at 65, believing peace would finally come. Instead, my worries simply changed shape. I worried about savings, health, and time. That was when I realized something painful but important. The problem had never been my circumstances. The problem was the belief that something outside of me would make me feel complete. I was never chasing money. I was chasing safety. I was never chasing titles. I was chasing worth. I was never chasing respect. I was chasing love. I believed those feelings had to be earned, proven, or granted by others. I did not know they were already mine. At 72, I asked myself a question I had avoided my entire life. If I had nothing left to prove, who would I be? The question frightened me, but it also freed me. I saw friends my age still competing, still comparing, still keeping score. They were miserable. I also saw others who had stopped running. They were curious, present, and peaceful. They had less, but they were lighter. That was when I understood what real freedom is. Real freedom is not having everything you want. It is not needing anything to be okay with yourself. It is being able to sit quietly and feel whole without applause, approval, or achievement. That understanding did not change my past, but it changed how I lived what remained. There is no final milestone. Perfection never arrives. Waiting for it means postponing your life. Happiness does not live at the destination. It lives in how you walk the road. If you cannot find peace while moving forward, you will not find it when you arrive. I learned that too late, but I learned it deeply. You do not need permission to feel enough. You do not need to earn your worth. You do not need to prove your value. You only need to accept what is already true. You are enough right now, exactly as you are. I am 76 years old, and I am still practicing this truth. I wish I had understood it sooner, but perhaps my delay can serve a purpose. Perhaps my mistakes can save you years of unnecessary chasing. Whatever you are pursuing, ask yourself what you truly want from it. Is it safety, love, validation, or peace? If so, know this. Those things cannot be delivered by success alone. They begin inside you. Pause. Breathe. Stop running for a moment. This life is happening now, and you are already enough.